We're starting our trip report today at Hamburg Central Station, and we're taking you along on a journey to Stockholm. But not at night. You see me here in the evening right now. No, we're taking the daytime train departing at 9:51 a.m. and arriving in Stockholm at 9:17 p.m. And this is what Hamburg Central Station looks like the next morning. So let's go. First, we're heading inside. This is the main entrance. Lots of taxis and lots of traffic. Now we're here in the main hall, and there's the night jet standing right now, from Innsbruck and from Vienna. Here it is just leaving again. Traveling with the night jet is definitely very comfortable as well. Inside there are the modern MIDI cabins. Our train leaves around 9:50 a.m., so we can watch those 5 people over there for a bit longer. They're sitting right in the main hall of Hamburg Central Station. There you can find all kinds of shops for everything. And here it is already written, 9:51 a.m. to Stockholm. Reservations are required for our train. Here we are at the platform 12, 9:51 a.m., Stockholm Central Station. There's no train there yet, but it will arrive any minute. And there he is. He even gives us a quick light signal. We are now off to Scenic Stockholm with Snälltåget. Especially nice. Here is the dining car Kogan. Take a look at the beautiful lights in Kogan. I'm already looking forward to it. Now we're going to get on the car first. And here we are already, here on the right side. There are power outlets under the seat, though they're a bit hard to see right now. There's also a trash can on the right side, or rather a trash bag. Then we have a fold-out table. At least that's the case at the 4-seater table. That's a pretty good solution. It also gets quite large, and the window is nice too. Clean. Well, reasonably so. It rained. And now we're finally off from Hamburg, making our way towards Stockholm. The weather couldn't be better for taking the train. Rain without sunshine. And I've made myself comfortable at this table. You should know, on Snälltåget, reservations are mandatory, which means you have to take the seat you've reserved. That's an obligation, but that way everyone has a seat, of course. This is what it looks like on the opposite side. It's quite cozy, isn't it? I like it, and I also like this nostalgic color. And overall, the train is very clean, there's no denying it. Yes, perfect. This is what the 2-seater seats look like, just for completeness' sake. There too, you have a large table in front of you, and this is the view into the carriage. You can see there are luggage racks above. Now we come to the first highlight of this route, namely the high bridge over the Kiel Canal. We're crossing this canal at over 40 meters high. It should appear any moment now. Definitely a very special treat. In Rendsburg, that's the name of the German town. That's where you cross over, and now we should be able to see the Kiel Canal any moment. You can see it down there on the left. There it is already. A quick look at it. Many ships pass through this area. It is Germany's busiest shipping lane. It is finally time for a coffee break. It was actually quite affordable and served in a beautiful cup. It tasted absolutely wonderful in the Snälltåget mug too. As is common everywhere in the north, you can even get free refills here. That's the view outside. The weather has turned really nice, as you can see. Blue sky, sunshine. Now you can even film really nicely. And here's another look at the dining car. This is what it all looks like. I like these lamps, these green lamps. They really fit perfectly with this journey and the nostalgia of this dining car. Especially in the evening, you should reserve a table, because from Malmö onwards, the dining car gets quite full. We're reaching Flensburg, but that's not a stop. We just passed through. That's the border town with Denmark. Do you like these brick buildings? I do. And now we're in Padborg, which is on the other side of the border. The train stops here for 10 minutes, time for a smoke break, and simply to stretch your legs a bit. Of course, there's plenty of water in Denmark too. Here you can see it. We're once again crossing a large body of water. Very, very beautiful. At around 1:40 p.m. we reach the Danish city of Odense. There's even a railway museum across the street, the Danish Railway Museum. After that we head straight onto the vast Great Belt, and I don't want to miss the chance to show you this blue water. Just take a look at how beautiful it is, but we were also lucky with the weather. At around 2:59 p.m. we then reach Copenhagen South. Attention, the train does not stop at Copenhagen Central Station because it continues directly onto Malmö. Now we're crossing the famous Öresund Bridge to Malmö, and if you look closely straight ahead you can already see the towers of Malmö. And a small cut in a video is a big cut for all of us. Now we're at the station in Malmö, and first I treated myself to a cinnamon roll because we have a 45-minute layover here. And what's also interesting is the return train to Hamburg. It's standing here as well, and even more interesting, it has a very special locomotive, because it points out that there will soon be a new connection from Malmö to Oslo, also with Snälltåget. And I'm already looking forward to that. Starting from June 15th, 2026, it will begin. We could also transfer now to an X2000 and would arrive in Stockholm about 30 minutes earlier. But of course, we're not going to do that. We're sticking with Snälltåget and using the time to take another look around the carriage. You can see this is a 4-seater here. Everything fits, as I already showed you earlier. And everything has such a warm atmosphere. I really like it. There's also space for luggage. Here there's more space for luggage as well. For example, that's where my big suitcase is. And here is another single seat. In any case, the whole carriage is really beautiful and I really enjoy traveling with them. And since we're already talking about traveling, this is what the view to the back looks like. Really cool and wonderful Swedish landscape. It sometimes alternates between forests, lakes and red wooden houses, just as they're typical in Sweden. Now I'm going to repeat myself again. Here's a lake. There's forest and trees, and here are red houses. So, simply Sweden. But just looking at it doesn't fill you up, so we need something to drink and eat. Take a look at the menu here. You can get a beer and something to eat. Most dishes cost around 150 to 200 Swedish kroner, give or take, depending on what you choose. And of course I'm having meatballs and a beer, obviously. And that's what we're going to see now. First, here's the beer, freshly tapped. Everything fits perfectly in the wagon. And these are the meatballs, the Swedish specialty that's often eaten in Sweden, which we probably all know from IKEA. And we can also enjoy the beautiful view outside. Time really flew by in the dining car. I didn't want to deprive you of this view. There's a lot of industry here, but every time I'm impressed by the ride over this bridge, just before Stockholm. And I've been told that this is where the Scania trucks are manufactured somewhere. A viewer wrote that to me last time, so thank you very much for the tip. In any case, it's very beautiful. And with that, we've now reached Stockholm and it's now 9:17 p.m. And in just a few minutes, we'll be there. All I can say is, it was a great ride with amazing views. The weather wasn't always great, but that's why you're on the train and it's warm. All in all, a perfect day trip from Hamburg to Stockholm. And now we've already arrived at Stockholm Central Station. And all I can say is perfect. And I wish you all the best. If you want more reports like this, feel free to subscribe to our channel. See you soon.